Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. Today, I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am at the Jets and Capital event. And let me tell you, it's my first time coming to one of these. It's packed. There's jets, there's supercars, all kinds of great things. And my guest today, Jacques. Jacques, welcome to the show.
Adam, pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right, so what brings you out to Jets and Capital?
You know, Jordan and the team, they do absolutely phenomenal work with us. They do lots of introductions. And everybody says, what industry are you in?
Yeah.
We're in the real estate industry, but really it's all about relationships. And Jordan allows us to extend, relationships with all the people that are here. So it's a great place to get to know people and connect and to really have relationships of meaning.
Now, have you been to one of these events before?
I've been to several events, yes.
Yeah. What keeps you coming back? Because I'm looking at this crowd and it's just different. Like everybody's talking, it's just a different crowd. What keeps you coming back?
Yeah, I think that the way that Jordan does it is, first of all, it's curated. It takes a while to get in here, so you can't just, put your application in. He's not after your money. He's after your contribution. Mm-hmm. So the way people get curated here are the individuals who are not only willing to serve and being able to contribute to others, but do they also have needs that others can help them with? So I think that everybody here comes with the intent of serving so that, maybe along the way that they could find some value for themselves as well. And I think that's what makes this audience significantly different than other similar events.
You mentioned you're in real estate. Can you talk a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, so we're Talos Holdings. We do Class A multifamily real estate. We work in Florida, Georgia, Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Phoenix, and Utah. We've built 7,500 units. We do one thing only. That's Class A multifamily. We do the gamut, however, that we do everything from the heavy lift of building. We also do acquisitions, rehabs. We'll do historical renovations. So we do everything, any lift you could imagine, but solely as it pertains to multifamily real estate.
How'd you get into the business? Like, give me that old story when you got started. I want that one.
Yeah, so I was working with Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I was a director for his office, and this gentleman came in and had a product idea that he wanted to share with us. So that idea came to me, and I ultimately said, Franklin Covey will not do this. It's a good idea, but Franklin Covey won't do it. But I'm passionate for your idea, so let's see if we can do it together. I ultimately became great friends with the individual who had the idea, who was John McWilliams, the founder of Talos Holdings. And after we had worked together for a while, he said, why don't you join me in real estate? Why don't we do this together? And I said, no. I said, I'm about changing lives. I mean, I believe that everybody's working at about 30% of their potential. And I'm passionate about helping them get to 40 and 50 and 60. And I don't think real estate will do that. So we kind of talked about it for a while. Ultimately, Talos I realized that we had a captive audience in our residents. So Talos has become the only multifamily developer that we know of that offers training and coaching as an amenity on site.
Oh, wow.
And what that means is if you sign a lease in one of our projects, we give you a blank check. And on that blank check, what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to identify the goal that you want to accomplish while you're living at our property. And that might be, you might have just gotten married into a blended family and you don't know how to parent somebody else's kids, or you just might want a better marriage. You might want a better career. You might be like an individual in one of our properties in Fort Worth, Texas, who has a fear of water and he just wants to overcome his fear of water. What we care is that our residents are lifelong learners. They lean into hard work, and we provide coaching for them to accomplish those goals. Once they attend the coaching, the coaches live on site. So those coaches are also the ones that the coaches are also the ones that run our Wednesday events, our Friday events, our Saturday events. So what that does is, I would say, probably only about 10% of our residents take us up on it and do coaching with us. But 80% of our residents attend the events. And what it does is it really creates a phenomenal culture where people kind of get to know each other. Very rarely in a multifamily property would you know your neighbor and you know what they're struggling with, you know what they're succeeding in. So it becomes a family. And I do it just because I believe in people. But the reality is that the biggest enemy to Class A multifamily is the next Class A multifamily. Because when they open up, they're going to have like 3 weeks free and attract our residents. Our residents don't move. They stay at our property. And the only reason we would lose a resident is if someone changes and moves to a different region or buys a home. What that does for our investors, most multifamily properties have a retention rate somewhere between high 30s, low 40s, 38 to 42. We have a significantly higher retention rate because people just want to stay. So it's good for our residents. It's good for our investors. And it's good for us because it gives us an opportunity to serve and to see people pushing to performing higher than that 30 or 40%.
And so when you say culture that it builds, it really is building a real community. Like not just in just because you live by each other, but an actual like old school community where people know each other.
Yeah, imagine that if people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm blown away here.
Yeah, people could walk away from their computers and just sit in the club and have a conversation with each other and know that your father is just struggling with Alzheimer's and you're just having an issue here. We could all kind of chat about it.
Sounds wonderful.
Makes a huge difference.
What geographies are you in? Or are some of the properties in?
Yeah, so Florida, Georgia, Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Arizona, Utah. Colorado is where we're at. Right now, we're in construction for 345 units in Mesa, Arizona. We have 350 units in construction in Scottsdale, Arizona. So that's where we're building and where we grow.
And now, do you accept outside investors into the fund or into the...
It's so interesting that you would ask that because historically what we've done is we've only had a single check writer on every one of our projects. So we've done syndication.
Yeah.
And so, for example, in Mesa, that's the Quaker Oats family that stepped up there. Now what's happening is that there's a lot of our peers that are over their skis. They thought that, interest rates were going to stay low. Yeah. They thought that rents were going to continue to climb.
Yeah.
So they kind of stepped up on these properties. And the interest accrual that they incurred during the 2 years of construction is going to bury them.
Oh, yeah.
So the financial institutions, usually life insurance companies that loan on construction, which we've been working with for 37 years, have called us and said, hey, listen, these guys are going to make it. We need you to buy their loans, and we're going to close with you and give you another 30-year amortization, and we'll sell you these loans at a 30% discount.
Wow.
So now all of a sudden,
now the numbers make sense.
Yeah, now all of a sudden we gotta raise a lot of money. So for the first time, Talos is raising a fund and inviting investors to invest in our fund, and it'll be an opportunistic multifamily fund where we take advantage of the current economic restructure that's going to happen. There's $980 billion worth of debt that needs to be restructured in the multifamily space, and we're excited because we can't wait to meet their residents and provide coaching and training and increase their retention rate. So it's an exciting period for us.
Who do you think would be a right fit to be a potential investor in that fund?
Yeah, so we have a minimum check size of $2.5 million, and we work with like-minded people, so individuals who care about individuals, who are in it for the relationships. We're not a real estate group. We're a relationship group. So people who identify with that and would like to contribute to residents having a better life, and learning and growing are usually people that we see connection with.
Amazing. Last thing I want you to do, Jacques, look into the camera, tell people how they can learn more about the company, how they can follow.
Yeah, not very complicated. Our website is talosres.com. So that's TALOSRES.com. There's a contact us feature there. So go to our website, click on our project page. You'll see all our projects, and then click to contact us. We'll get an email. We'll reach out. We'd love to meet like-minded people who are willing to make a difference in the multifamily real estate as we build relationships and help families have a better life.
Amazing. And for everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put the links in the show notes so that you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Jacques, man, appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Pleasure was mine. Thank you for having us.